Fan is short for fanatical. Dumb is short for dumber. Look, guys, what they're asking for here in Miami is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I wanted Mike McDaniel fired last year. They gave him a 3-year contract extension. I mean, they're rewarding incompetence. And people say, I made this little thing right here, will work for food. I thought it was pretty creative. But people say you, as a broadcaster or writer, you can't call for someone's job. No, if they're incompetent, if they're not doing their job, they should get fired, okay? Politicians should get fired. CEOs should get fired. You guys are asking for Jon Gruden. Jon effing Gruden, a guy who's 117 and 112. Look at his last 7 years of coaching. 4-12, 9-7, 7-9. He's 5 games above 500. He hasn't been to a Super Bowl since 2003. Miami fans, you can't be serious. Now, look, I know someone who is close to the Raider organization. The emails that were leaked, why he got fired, the sexist, racist, homophobic stuff, is not even the worst of it. It was a lot worse than that. Trust me when I tell you this. I trust this guy. But forget all that. Let's say you want to throw that out because in the NFL, you could beat your wife, you could commit a crime, you could have a DUI. If you could coach, run, throw, tackle, you'll get rehired. He wanted concussion protocols taken out of the NFL. What that means is he wanted the team doctor who's hired by the team or the coach to have the ultimate say whether you go back in or not. This isn't the 1950s, Gruden. You coach like it is. You're not a good coach. You're not a leader of men. You're a leader of some men. Neanderthal white men who are racist, sexist, and homophobic. Now, look, Mike McDaniel deserves to be fired, but a guy who hasn't won since 2003 is not the answer. It is disgusting that people are trying to give this guy a pass when they shouldn't. The last coach to not be in a Super Bowl after 20 years was Dick Vermeil. He went to the Super Bowl in the 80s with the Eagles, and then he went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl, and players loved him. He was like Andy Reid, a father figure. Jon Gruden is not that. He's an abuser. He's a bad coach. End of story.